Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming this evening. We have a number of greetings to bring to Ministers of the Crown, members of Parliament, Board of Directors, honored guests, friends, and supporters of the Institute of Marriage and Family Canada. Welcome and thank you for spending the evening with us. We're having a little soiree, a little celebration, and it's good to have you with us as a part of that. It's hard to believe, but it was 5 years ago this week that many of us gathered in this very hotel to start a process. How many of you were here 5 years ago at our grand opening? Yeah, a pretty good number of you. Thank you. As that famous line goes, it was a dark and stormy night that night. Those that were here, it was freezing rain and blowing snow, and our poor guests from out of town, especially the West Coasters, thought that that's the way Ottawa was all the time. But, well, inside at least, we were launching the entity called the Institute of Marriage and Family Canada. We had some moments of levity that evening. John Robson, one of our keynote speakers that night, stated, "You have protesters outside and they haven't even done anything yet. Just wait until you actually do something." And so we'd like to say that in the last 5 years, we think we've done some things. We haven't had any additional protesters, but we have been fairly busy, actually. I'd like to think that we've contributed to the debate that continues to grow in that area that we call the public square. That place where our elected officials and the media, the community, the business leaders, and you debate those issues that are important to you. We talk about them over the coffee pot, the backyard, the barbecue, and the hockey arena and the soccer pitches. Our role in this has been to provide a voice for the research that supports the need for strong marriages and strong families. We believe that strong families result in a strong society. This evening we're going to hear from a number of different people that have had various different roles in that public square, from elected officials, cultural commentators, and those with Canada on their mind. Tonight we celebrate the past 5 years. The pictures that have been rolling up on the screen here are from many of the different events that we've hosted during those 5 years. You may even have seen yourself on there, a little stroll down memory lane for some of us. In those pictures you would have seen staff, guest speakers, elected officials, bureaucrats, and supporters. And so what was our mission 5 years ago? In 2006, we had just witnessed a change in the federal government. Same-sex marriage had just been legalized, and there was a hint of change in the air. After the final vote was taken in the House of Commons, which affirmed the legality of same-sex marriage, a reporter came up to me and said, "Well, I guess you guys can just close the doors now. There's nothing left to do." After I picked myself off the floor and explained that there actually were a great deal of things that the IMFC would be researching and publishing and working on: the effect of cohabitation on men and women, the impact of divorce on children, demographic issues, the intersection of where social and fiscal policy meet, and the list goes on. The one thing that we've strived to do is to gather together and undertake the major research necessary to uphold and strengthen policies that support strong marriages and families. And this comes about in a variety of different ways. Tonight we're not going to talk just about what we've done the past 5 years, but rather how we want to lay out the future as we see it for our work. Where does the next 5 years take us? And so over the next hour and a half or so, we're going to hear from several individuals who will be offering their observations of Canadian society, and not only why we need to undertake social policy research, but what we need to do with it. Before I call our first speaker to the podium, just allow me to introduce and thank several key people in our organization. Derek Roguski is here somewhere. There's Derek at the back. Wave your hand so everybody can see you. Thanks. Senior Vice President with Focus on Family Canada. Derek's not only my boss, but also my friend, co-conspirator, and colleague. The past 5 years, we spent many hours bouncing ideas and research, policy options and solutions back and forth. Email and telephone calls and coffee clutches are really good for all those things. He's an ideas person, and I thank him for his support. Andrea Mrozik is here somewhere. Wave your hand, Andrea. Oh, she's hiding over here in the foyer. Our Manager of Research and Communications. I usually warn our interns that they might be a good writer when they come in, but they'll be an even better one when they leave. That's because Andrea makes us cry all the time with her writing. She's a great editor. This is in large measure to the attentiveness and dedication that Andrea puts into her work. Andrea, thank you for your creativeness and your dedication. Peter John Mitchell, who is somewhere here as well, he's over on the side, I think, is our senior researcher. Don't let that quiet gaze of those eyes fool you. Some of the most amazing ideas and insights are quietly churning away behind those steely eyes, and a deadly sense of humor that goes with that as well. Peter John, thank you for your strong research skills that you bring for us. And Derek Biedema, right at the stand at the back doing some videotaping there for us, our communications coordinator and researcher. In addition to his research work, and being a new dad himself right now actually, Derek brings much of our website and email to life. We couldn't do it if we couldn't get the message actually out. And that's the story of what we do. So Derek, thank you for your strong efforts in these and many other areas as well. I encourage you to get to know these people. If you have questions this evening, any one of us will be pleased to answer and assist you. If you haven't already taken the opportunity, scattered across the back couple of tables are a series of different articles and publications that we've distributed over the past 5 years. The latest couple of op-eds are actually on your chairs for you to read as well. Please help yourself to anything that you have back there. It's intended for you to take away and use in whatever way you see fit as well. There's also several people that are not able to be in attendance that sent their greetings. And one is from the Canadian Association of Family Resource Programs and extends congratulations on your achievements.